My name is Katy Hundertmark. I moved to Glasgow in 2015 for a master's degree at the Glasgow School of Art to focus on photography and the staged image. But I quickly changed my mind and started exploring ways of translating photographs into space, and quite specifically into the gallery space, creating stages and set environments that would speak through imagery and visuals, but not strictly through photography. Studies in Gravitation is the first purely photographic series I've made in a while, but it combines elements of performance and sculpture. The series consists of a mixture of self-portraits and still lifes that were all taken around my family's abandoned farmhouse in the German countryside. The images show a process of unearthing and reconnecting with objects and memories that I associate with the place. I moved into the house for 3 weeks on my own and let the landscape inspire me, using objects, fruit, and tools that I found around the farm. Just like the tools used to slice and plough and form the land, I do the same with my hands, pulling out objects, feeling them, placing them, holding them in front of my body. It's a process of reflecting and digesting, trying to understand where we hold memories, where we hold feelings, or where we hold pain within our bodies. Holding and holding onto, letting go, are all processes that I try to address with this work. And it is a kind of search for a balance of the gut or a balance of the mind, and quite literally on some of the still lifes, balance of objects. What I found fascinating about the tools is that they've basically been passed through my ancestors' hands for generations, hundreds of years, and yet I look at them and have no clear understanding of how to use them or how to place them and how to hold them. And I feel the same way often about feelings or pain that I experience in everyday life. So it was a way of putting these elements back together. The self-portraits that you see were the starting point of the project. I did a series of 12 sitting portraits, holding various objects from around the farm, releasing the shutter, the air pump with my mouth, and holding, for example, quinces in my hand. These quinces are, in a way, very symbolic to me because my grandmother used to pick them up every year and produce jam from them. But since the house is abandoned, they're left to rot when they lie on the floor. So the process of picking them back up and holding them is captured on these self-portraits. On some of the images you see a large white tablecloth that transforms into a mountainous landscape when looked at from close. And I was quite interested in the idea of using a tablecloth that used to bring together family members and people from the village to eat and communicate, spend time together, onto the acre and floating as more of an isolated object. Looking at the tablecloth as a landscape, kind of from above, brings together the different elements of surface and space for me in this series. The images are placed in a way that creates a balance on the wall as well. It was important for me to have elements of these different investigations and studies that all reflect back to the earth. Gravitation pulls things to the earth, and with this series I try to rejig and dig out old things in order to bury them again or to come to peace with them.